Hey everyone, it's Amy Lynn Durham, and you're listening to Create Magic at Work. Create Magic at Work is on a mission to equip senior leaders with tools they need to be a true servant leader and actually understand what that means. Improve employee engagement, retain top talent, and transform your workplace culture to have less stress and drama. So let's start making magic. Hi everyone, welcome to part 3 of Practical Tools to Ignite Human Connection, inspired by my book, Create Magic at Work. Today we're going to talk about journaling with a twist. And the reason why we are talking about this is because I have seen firsthand in my field tested activities how this particular exercise and activity boosts employee morale, improves employee engagement, increases employee satisfaction. And as a leader yourself, this is a great way to get really clear on what's important to you and almost sort of start diving into prioritizing your values in life, if you can really get down and deep with it. So when I was working as a corporate leader, I discovered some journal prompt cards, and I was utilizing them in the workplace with my team. And I was just so impressed by the magic that I created my own journal prompt cards for the workplace and for your career. And I included this activity in my book, Journaling with a Twist. And I will explain to you why it's with a twist and how you can use this in the workspace with others. Again, this requires a courageous and vulnerable leader to practice and utilize these exercises with your teams. If you try this, you will see the blossoming abundance that your team will have in productivity and profitability, but it takes that leap of faith from you to step out of the norm and do something a little bit different than your everyday work meeting. One of the many health benefits of journaling is its ability to alleviate stress. And so working to reduce the stress levels of your team really aids in quieting their left brain, which is the analytical side, and opening up space for their right brain to engage in creativity and inspiration. This is going to help open up your team to new possibilities on projects that you're working on or solving a problem that might arise. And it's really a fun thing you can do to get the brain firing in that way. And that's when the true magic happens. So you're really opening space for them to build skill sets that can't be replaced by a computer. You'll be amazed by the gratitude and loyalty your employees display when you set aside company time to work on personal well-being. And nothing demonstrates caring more than when a leader invests their company time in employees' personal growth. And I really want to add, for yourself and for you listening, I am so grateful for the Magic listeners. And this is something you should be doing for yourself. Not only is it leading by example, but it's filling your cup so you can serve from a place that's not of lack. You don't want to feel tired and burnt out yourself. So really leading by example and treating yourself to journaling with a twist, I would highly encourage. Again, I just want to stress that it's an extremely beneficial team build tactic. And I want to highlight that it's a really beneficial one to use with men. I know that might seem out of the ordinary, but often in the systems that we work in, men and boys are taught to suppress their intuition and creativity. And giving these boys who maybe grew up in these systems, who are now men, a safe space to express what has been suppressed will aid in emotional balance and help them become better leaders and better men. This is really bringing that feminine energy into the workplace and helping men feel more whole so they can operate from that place of compassion and wisdom as leaders. You can't argue with the benefits, reducing stress, improving immune function, keeping your memory sharp, boosting mood, strengthening emotional functions. Those are some powerful benefits of journaling, and I hope I convinced you enough now. Hey Magic Makers, Amy here. Listen, I wanted to say to all of you, don't get hung up on the word spiritual. Spiritual intelligence is a faith-neutral practice, and it can be accessed by almost anyone. Your spiritual intelligence experience will be unique to you, and often it starts with making wise and compassionate decisions for yourself, and also working on boundaries and protecting your energy. Let me help guide you to lose the stress and overwhelm and feel that deeper sense of meaning in your life. Spiritually intelligent people practice making wise and compassionate decisions, even under great stress, and maintain inner and outer peace while doing so. You can't fake spiritual intelligence, but with some inner work, you'll be able to feel and exude this energy, and everybody around you will notice and want to follow suit. Think about what your ripple effect is in this world and how you want to leave it. If you're interested in going on this transformational journey, reach out to me. Email amy@createmagicatwork.net or go to createmagicatwork.net/work with me. Sending magic to everyone. So here's what you do. You set some time aside at the end of your meeting for your team to spend in quiet reflection journaling. Or of course, you set time aside for yourself if you're doing this on your own. There are a ton of journal prompt cards available online. Of course, I mentioned before, I've created my own deck of journal prompt cards for the workplace and your career as a companion for this exercise. You can find it on the Create Magic at Work website, createmagicatwork.net, and then just click on shop. They give specific topics and questions to help inspire journaling. So, for example, the cards that I developed, each card has an affirmation and a theme and 2 questions that your team or yourself can think about and then journal their thoughts on. So if you're facilitating a virtual meeting or in person, you can take out the journal prompt cards, place them face down, go around the room and have each person draw a card. They can take a deep breath. You can shuffle the deck around and then have them draw a card that's meant for them. And whatever card they choose, that message is specifically meant for them. And so there's some magic in the pull, right? In pulling the card and some magic in that. And you'll see the magic. You'll see the chills that people get when they close their eyes and pick a card, especially from my deck, because I've injected a lot of magic into my deck. And then once everyone has their theme and their card, okay, so this is where you can choose. You can go 5 to 15 minutes of silence to reflect on the topic of the card they choose and then write about it in their journals or on a piece of paper. And during that time, you can play some peaceful meditative music to sort of get everyone in that right brain zone. The reason why I say 5 to 10 minutes is because I also like to recommend rapid writing. And that's where you encourage a rapid writing for 5 minutes. And that is getting yourself or your team out of that space where they're overthinking the answers and where they're just flowing with intuition and that deep place of inner wisdom that we want them to access, which is their higher self. So ultimately, we're working on putting our egos aside in this exercise and accessing our higher self and our inner wisdom. If you follow me on Instagram, and also I've been putting it on LinkedIn now, every week I post a weekly workplace message where I pull a card from my journal prompt card deck and I give everyone an energetic theme for the week. So here's an example. If you're listening to this episode, this week's weekly workplace message is inspiring others. That's the theme on the card. The affirmation is, I make it a point to deliver good news in the workplace. 2 questions that you can think about, journal about, have your team sit and journal about. First one is, what are 3 positive ways you can celebrate your success with others? Second question is, what individuals can you recognize in celebration for their contribution to your success? How amazing is this to pull this card for work, to kick off a meeting or to end a meeting? Who can you recognize to celebrate for their contributions to your success? And what are 3 positive ways you can celebrate your success with others? Once everyone is finished journaling their thoughts, open up the session for discussion and ask for volunteers to share what they wrote in their journals and what their topic was, if they all picked a different card. Make it a point to give everyone space to share. Make sure the quiet ones are seen and that they have an opportunity to share if they like. And in the session, when everyone who wants to share has done so. And if you can, if you let everyone pick a different card, let everyone keep the card they chose as a memento from the experience. Or if you're doing it virtually, you can email them a screen grab of it. There is so much magic in this exercise. And you'll see that when people are sharing their answers with each other, the connections that are created are something that you can't simply create with a meeting agenda talking about data and numbers. But what will happen is your data and numbers, the reports will look a lot better because this is going to bring team connection together. They're going to work better together. They're going to start talking outside of these meetings, collaborating. If they have a question, they feel more comfortable calling each other and working on projects together. So it fosters this human connection that really forges new partnerships using these field tested activities. And it's so easy, but yet it's so hard because it requires you to step up as a leader and be vulnerable and try this. So I want to hear if you try this activity and what the results are. So you can always, if you follow me on Instagram, you can comment when I do the weekly workplace message. Again, if you want to get your own journal prompt card deck, you can get them at createmagicatwork.net under my shop. And I'm always here for you, always sending magic to you. Thank you for tuning in to the 3-part mini-series inspired from my book, Create Magic at Work, Practical Tools to Ignite Human Connection. Have a great day and week. Sending magic to you. Hey everyone, it's Amy here. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Create Magic at Work. Please come back often and subscribe, rate, and the podcast. Keep joining us for more exciting episodes where we help you transform workplace culture to systems that create less drama and stress and have high productivity and profitability. You can get your own tools for the workplace at createmagicatwork.net. I have a new Create Magic at Work, the journal that just released, and it invites about different themes for work and your career. Each section of the journal contains a topic, an affirmation, and 2 prompt questions to help you journal your thoughts. Topics are inspiring others, mentorship, expansion, and productivity. So connect with me at createmagicatwork.net. Also with me on LinkedIn, Amy Durham, sending magic to everyone, and see you next time.